Hello everyone, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin Up demonstrator here in Australia. It is blazing hot today. I haven't checked the temperature in Fahrenheit today. Alexa, what is, I don't even know how many degrees it is. I haven't checked. It's okay, forget about it, Alexa. And I'm so sorry if I have activated everyone else's, but it is blazing hot. It is meant to get to 40 degrees Celsius. I will check. Pardon? 104 degrees Fahrenheit it is meant to get here today. I have already been out to the jeweler because unfortunately my necklace that I always wear and always play with, the clasp broke. So I've been to my wonderful jeweler today to get that, and David's chain broke years ago, so to get our chains fixed. So, and it was like 10 degrees cooler at like 2 hours ago. So yes, very hot, very uncomfortable, but I thank God for one, electricity, and two, my air conditioning and closed doors in my house. So yes, we are comfortable at the moment in the house. That may change later this afternoon, but that does not have anything to do with crafting and what we're going to do today. So if you, before I share that, if you do come in, make sure you're saying hello, even if you're watching the replay, so I know you're here. And yeah, I will share this on YouTube as well as a premiere. So if you're here watching the premiere, hi. And I love interacting with you during the premiere. I sit on there and chat with the girls, which is lots of fun, but I love being here live because you guys on Facebook help me with design decisions during my projects. So welcome. So we are using the online exclusive Elements of Text. I haven't used it much yet. I do love a good text background, but a good text background isn't normally my go-to. So I'm using this today, and what I thought, I'm thinking, I was looking through my stamp sets, have heaps of stamp sets that will go with it. Had a little look on Pinterest at what people had used, and I didn't want to copy, and it's not that I'd copy the person, but it'd be a very similar card, and I hadn't seen anyone pair it with the Storybook Moments Designer Series paper. Now I don't have this stamp set, but I do have the paper. So what I thought is we can play with this. So that is my thought, that we're using the text with the Storybook Moments paper, and I will show you the whole Storybook Moments collection because it is a large collection and it is beautiful. It's just I can't have everything out of the catalogue, no matter how much I really want to. I can't. And it's sad, but that's okay. You guys can buy it for me and then share your projects over on my VIP group. Is that a deal? Thank you. So I hope you are well. I hope you are not in this sweltering heat. As I flip around today, I will I'll open a tab here. Maybe if I just press it once, because I can't check on my phone because I'm broadcasting from my phone, because I have an awesome little app that I use. I think my husband uses Weather Gods. I use Weather Zone. But yes, that does not look good. Weather Zone. I'm looking at weather. And I don't want those places. I want where I am. Maybe I don't. I'm hoping, here we go. I found the search button. Oh my God. Okay. There we go. I found myself. So it is currently 36.8 degrees. So let's do, and humidity is very, very low. It's 40%, considering we had rain last night. That is really, really low. So let me put in 37, because I think I said was 36.8. So we are currently not at the peak of the day at 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So very, very, very hot. But let's flip around, see what we can come up with these two products. And as I flip around, I would love to know, do you own the Elements of Text and or Storybook Moments? Okay, so let me just, whoop, that is not what I wanted. Okay, I'm just going to leave you on the stamp set there. Knock everything off my storage here as I flip around, which is not helpful. Oh my dear word. Comedy of errors as always here in the Woodbridge household. And life is not letting me find what I need to look at and where I need to be. Here we are. Awesome. I have my replay screen going. It is only a black screen, but it soon shall not be. There we go. Just want to move this for a second. I need to flip back my screen so we can see the right way. Hello, Miss Corinne. How are you? Just going to zoom in a titch more. There we go. That's looking very nice there. I will go get my overhead light and I shall be back. Oh, you have the storybook set, the paper, the stamps, the whole lot. Tell me more. Okay, so I've got rid of those nasty shadows that never help us. Although the light is amazing, I have just as good light when my camera readjusts this way as well. So the Elements of Text is a 5 stamp set, and as I said earlier, only available in the online store, and you've got 3 Elements of Text and 2 splatters. I'm just going to see if I can catch up a little bit to my live self, because I had a lot of lag there for a second. And this one here also has splatter in the wording. So we've got the rectangle and the circle script, as well as this, you've got portrait rectangle and landscape rectangle. So I love that. This is a red rubber cling stamp, so we still use our blocks, but it is red rubber. Okay, so Storybook Moments, let's find it in the mini catalogue, because the Elements of Text isn't in a catalogue. Why can't I find it? That's because I've got the old catalogue and that isn't helpful. Oh my dear word. I have. Why did I have that catalogue? I know why, because I was collating a class on the weekend and it did have some older product in it and I was trying to find page numbers. Right, we are in the right catalogue. Storybook Friends, page 25. Okay, page 25. So we have these 2 fantastic stamp sets. We do have the Petal Pink Scalloped Ribbon and the gorgeous, and I do think I will be using them today, the Antique Pearls. Oh, I could use the the timeless plaid paper as well. I shall grab it out very quickly here. Okay, I've just knocked stuff off my trolley there. I do have the timeless plaid paper. I just started playing with the awesome Corinne, and we've got the Storybook Moments designer series paper, and it's specialty because you get 2 sheets of die cut shapes. Okay, so that is the collection, and then we have pages of showing you that you can die cut the critters from the paper, so the dies do match, how to make some amazing projects, different ways to color, pencil, paint, or use our Stampin' Blends. The fact the dies have little slits in them so we can put things in the dirt. Die cut or cutting out the inside of the frames from the designer series paper, or using the dies to die cut a frame, and then how they go so beautifully with scrapbooking as well. And then we go on to a different suite. So that is that. I know they are gorgeous. I don't have the dies, but that's okay. As I said a little bit earlier, I cannot have everything. Hello, Miss Margine. How are you? Okay, so I am very carefully taking all the bits out. So these are the die cuts. So we shall see what we use. Let's pop that over there. I do have my breakfast bowl still in here. So I do have some die cut pieces, or not die cut, cut apart sheets. What character is this? Oh, this cute little rabbit. He's so cute. Now, does he go well with that? They are sized very nicely. I'm already having thoughts. Okay, so we have our little ducks. They were super cute. I didn't use those, but I did use them as inspiration in my first video. And I love these frames as well, Corinne, because you've got the 2 of them in the cut apart sheet. And that's gorgeous as well. But I don't think I want to use the cut aparts today, because I want to use these pieces as our frames for our elements. So that's what I'm thinking. But I also wanted to just re-familiarize myself with the designer series paper. See, so we have lots of mini scenes in this paper. So like we have 2 bunnies with their lettuce, and we have this one with the wheelbarrow. We have a little bookworm here, and that's super cute. That reminds me of my granddaughter. We've got a repeat of motifs. I actually really like that bookworm. That's actually really sweet. I may fussy cut that one out. We shall see. Okay, then we've got this set as well. So these are all squirrels, and they are all doing different activities, but a bit less sceney than the bunnies. And then we have our little houses. Oh, how I love those. I should have got mine out of the china cabinet to actually show you. Houses, that and that. Okay. The houses are also a possibility because they do sit very well together in a scene. But am I doing a scene, or am I doing something pow in your face? I don't know. And this is our other cut apart sheet that I haven't cut apart. Okay, Now, let's have a look at our die cuts. So even though some have fallen out, I do have a full sheet underneath that I can look at. See, I do love this one, and I do have some extra butterflies that have fallen out here. So I am considering using this bunny, and I think I am considering using the wheelbarrow because it's so super duper simple just to use them together. And while I've got them already out and cut, I thought that would work well. Now I could, oops, I had a butterfly fall out. He can just go in there. Now the cute thing maybe to go on the side of the wheelbarrow would be some of these greenery pieces. And I'm thinking this one here with the seedlings may work really, really nicely. Okay, so and then putting like the seedlings on the side. So this would most likely be a landscape card. Also loving those flowers. This one is a little long, so if this one doesn't work with the seedlings, I would consider the pots, or even this one here with the dirt, because you could put, this may work, because you could put that kind of on top of the dirt, or like that way. You could. I don't think I'm going to, but I'm just thinking of things we could do. Now this one could be a good one if our seedlings don't work. Okay, I think I'm pretty committed to cutting out this bunny here. So I'm going to make sure I have a single piece of paper because I don't want to cut into two. That would be, I think I'd cry if I did that. So what I do is just go along and I do a rough cut. I do a rough cut first, and then I shall go in with my detail scissors. And for me, I do like to use sprung scissors. I do have quite a sore hand at the moment, and it's my right hand, and I'm right-handed. So I am going to not use my paper snips, which you guys see me use all the time. I just need a bit more support and use the sprung scissors. Oh, hello. What are we having for dinner tonight, Cindy? And how long till it's ready? Just so anyone in your local area might just want to pop in and share your lovely meal with you. So I do want to keep the ground that the bunny is sitting on because it's a really cute part of the scene, and I am fairly roughly cutting this out. I'm not being too specific because it is watercolored, so it's not this pristine image that we can use. Now I do like to leave a white border around this because it's watercolor. It is a little harder to cut with harsh lines because, as you can see, these leaves don't connect to anything good. I am on screen while I did this. Normally I check am actually on screen, and today I did not. So I did kind of warm up, and I did use the easier side first, just as a little warm up. Now I am going to do a snip here just to take off the bulk, because it does sit on the scissors and it doesn't help at all. Okay, so we got in and around there quite nicely, thank you. Now, are my borders all even and beautiful? Hell no, but that's okay. Now, if you do hear any rumbling or that in the background, there are workers across the road and they are laying internet cables. So, which has been a long time coming. We wished that they had done this when we first got high-speed internet, but we did not. Okay, so that is that. That is all cut out. So I know these aren't at 100%, but I can kind of work out where and what this one might like to sit on. I'm kind of thinking this one, I like that, and maybe this one for the other one. Now the question is colours. I am kind of thinking a more rustic, basic beige might work really nicely, because then we're not matching vanilla or white or anything like that. Hey Miss Shaz, how are you? I'm not trying to match, where if I use the beige, this doesn't look too bad because it's neither white nor cream, so, or vanilla. So I'm not trying to match colours. So choose something completely different. I'm just going around and smoothing out my cut lines, because this is looking a little rough and ready in places. So let me see. That's looking much better now. Did I want to pop a house in the background? Now, I do kind of have a reasoning for this, because this is quite a small element. If I put a house in the background, it would mean that this guy is way away from the house, and I'm just thinking, if I'm going to cut it out and we're going to see if it works. If not, ooh, nice, that sounds very nice. Yeah, I'm just kind of wanting to create a scene, and this seems like it might just be the easiest way. Because yes, super cute bunny, but look, he's just popped out of the house. He's just reading a book by the tree stump, settled in for the day with a number of books. So I'm going to be not matching colours. I want to kind of be doing all my stamping in neutrals, and then just highlighting these colours in the designer series paper, and they can do all the talking for us. Okay, and kind of straight across here, and just up and around here, and down the second chimney. I love that this is thatched as well. Okay, I'm just going to cut off that excess again. Try to hold on to this, up and around, spin, spin, spin the paper, up and around, not too far up, spin, spin, spin. And I can now see these watercolored grounding. Just need to get these scissors back in the original cut line, and I can just wiggle waggle around here basically, I think. Going to create an imaginary line here and probably just do a curve there. So my question to my lovely friends here is, do these go together? Just going to have a little drink of water, trying very, very hard to stay hydrated today. Not that I don't any other day, but particularly today when it is so warm. Oh, David, there was one thing I forgot to do, and it was to close the blind under our pergola. Okay. So, this is done, and I'm even thinking of possibly bringing in like a strip of designer series paper on the bottom, possibly for him to sit on, and then the house to sit further up. I'm just looking and thinking. Just grabbing a larger block here. So I have my block E as I drop this completely. That works. That gets, now the whole stamp isn't on it, but all the lettering is supported. So this is basic beige paper, and actually this is the incorrect size. So what I want to do before I start building the card, this is 10 centimeters and it's too long. And I knew that, and this shall help us size everything up correctly. Right. Because still would love your feedback from my little question before. So I'm not sure I want to use basic beige. I think I do want to come in with like some stamped off crumb cake. So I just have a scrap piece of paper here. Just going to pop the stamp set over here. These can live up there. Great. Now I haven't used this before, but nor do I need the stamping to be perfect, because it's a background element. Now that's that little part. There may be a bubble in the stamp, but I may not have just applied enough pressure as well. Okay, so I kind of want to go not upside down, helpful, because someone will go, it's upside down. It doesn't really matter, because I just want to add some text. Does not have to be perfect. Now, I do still have that spot that didn't stamp there. So I think that will like be the spot I want to add to my house. Now that works well. I wouldn't mind maybe bringing in this splatter piece. I think this one is a little heavy. So yes, I want this one. So I'm just wanting it to have just a bit more of a vintagey look. I may also add some, yeah, that's good. I may also just want to add some blending to the background. So I'm just doing that. I like that for the moment, and using the same colored ink in full color and stamped off. I am definitely thinking of putting a strip of cardstock here at the bottom. So see how I think that works. You adore the text stamps, Shaz. Yeah, me too. They're gorgeous. And the fact that I had that imperfection in there, it actually doesn't matter, because it's more there as a texture than to actually read what we're looking at. I just want to remove my inked stamps. Remove this. Sorry. I just want to get to my paper. And what I'm actually thinking of adding is like just a small strip of this at the bottom. I actually love this. And it is the squirrel paper. So I'm just going to take a ruler and just, while I've got everything here, I probably want like a 4 centimeter strip, and then if that is too big, I can shave it down. Okay. So let's go 4 centimeters. And I did say this card may, oh no, it's the other card that's likely going to be landscape. But we shall see. I did think this one was going to be landscape, but it hasn't worked out that way. I think I also do I do default to a portrait card quite a lot. Okay. I think that was straight. I'm not exactly sure. So this is just all about different layers and just giving a little grounding there. I don't know what sentiment I would want to put on this, but I am thinking I want some texture, so maybe some linen thread or something like that, and definitely I want some blending. So I'm going to do that now because it's looking actually too clean to what I want. Cut this down now that I know I like it. Okay, this can go in here with my scraps. And in order for this scene to work, This is going to be adhered directly to the paper, and this one is going to be popped up. So we've definitely got the look that this is in the background and that this is in the foreground. Okay, I'm going to leave those there just so they are safe. Okay, put my scissors in here and twist this open. I have zero idea what colour I used on this last time. Actually, test it on my paper. Oh, that is quite dark. So I just give it a bit of a floof around on my microfiber cloth, and that does soften the bristles quite nicely at the same time. I am going to try and go light with the crumb cake because I think basic beige may just be a little bit too light. So you just, I'm adding next to nothing. Now in real life you're not going to see the subtleness of this, but it is quite subtle, but it does just knock back those edges just a little bit. So maybe you can see the difference between the bottom edges and the top edges. Actually, you can see it on the video, so I'm quite happy with that. And then I will have to choose a colour for the card base. Oh my dear word, that's going to be a difficult one, I think. And just because I did use ink, I will have to just give this a bit of a wipe down so we don't transfer any ink where we don't want it. Okay, I could also just do, I know I just cleaned this up, but I could also just go over with any, with any ink that is left just on the edges of this piece, so it has the same treatment. Don't worry about that dropping into the bin. I shall grab that up. Crafting is always cleaning and crafting. Crafting and cleaning. Or at least with me, anyway. Oh no, Shaz. That is not kind. I didn't kick you out, I promise. It was definitely Facebook. Okay, I'm just removing the glue goober here, so then we can get a steady, hopefully, flow of glue. Yep, that has popped out. Yep, that is coming up beautifully, because I know where this piece of paper is going. I can definitely do that. Just go directly on there, and I go a little bit too high, and then I'll slide down. Oh, that, and it just catches the edge of, or the bottom of the writing. So it almost looks like that writing goes under, but it just doesn't quite go there. Now, there we go. Now, oh, that can just go on that for the moment, just to go down there. I think I would like some dimensionals on my little bunny while I'm here. Now, where are they? They are hiding over here. So, are we liking the direction that I'm taking this first card? Scissors right here. And I hope you've enjoyed. I've kind of had a weekend of videos because it was a long weekend in Australia this weekend, or the weekend just gone. So I do hope you were able to enjoy the extra Facebook video, YouTube videos rather, that I put out there. So there were a number, so I shared all my Christmas cards, birthday cards, and my team swaps yesterday in a video. Everyone seemed to love that inspiration. And what else did I do? I did the Christmas Stampin' video, and I also released my Christmas mega class. So the links to all of those, or not to the Christmas Stampathon, you can find that on Facebook, but the video is on YouTube, and I do have my Christmas mega class linked below. So I am majorly committing here. You can't even see the crease I put in that, but I am committing here to my little bunny friend there. And then this, do I connect them so his little ear is, I think I like them connected, where his little ear is just going over, where if I pop this up and over, there is a disconnection and they just don't quite look right. I hope that makes sense by just that tinsiest bit of connection. I'm hoping that makes sense. And then I kind of was thinking of putting some twine around here, but I have missed the boat because I have glued that down. So the twine is not going across the card at all, but I may add in twine somehow. Okay, so let's just get that tinsiest bit of connection there. So I think that works. Once again, I'm just going to put the weight on there, and I'm going to look for a little sentiment. I just want something, nice. So I've got the so thankful or happy for you, because you have no sentiments in there. They're Christmas ones. What do I have in there? No, that's a baby for the sweet gift. What do I have in? Oh, I've got lots of little ones in here. So I could take a different happy birthday, or all the best. All the best kind of works well, because that could go with lots of different things. Oh, thank you, Shaz. I'm glad you agree with that connection there, but definitely this one is in the foreground. Oh, in case you need me, I'm here. That one will kind of work nicely here. Ooh. Because that kind of works. Hey Sheila, how are you? Like that actually really works. And I just stamp that directly onto there. I use my stamp positioner because we are hiding a little, and I think that works well. Now I don't know, I think I may need to add a little bit more text up here. It is just a little too bare for me. But yes, let's get our stamp positioning tool. Just need to move a couple of things here and slide this out because it's very, very papery at the moment. Now, I'm going to go quite bold here, and I think I want to add this sentiment in Early Espresso because it is going on the designer series paper. So I'm just going to pick this up and I'm going to actually check. So I'm going to take this plate. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. I can use my small T-square ruler and just check. That is straight. If that's not like perfectly straight, it is so close that I'm not going to notice. Okay, so we securely have our card in the corner. This has not been used before, so I'll just run my finger over it. And we're going to pray. We are going to pray that this works exactly how we want it to. If not, I'm going to cover it up because it is in the place where I want it. And what I'm going to do is stamp it a few times, but not actually push very hard, because what I actually want to like keep intact is the fineness of these sentiments. So the sentiment isn't necessarily the hero of the show, but I still want it there and to be read. I think one more will just work perfectly. So hopefully you give stamping onto your designer series paper a bit of a try. No, that hasn't moved an inch. Well, even a millimetre, an eighth of an inch. It hasn't moved at all. Okay, that is just lovely. So it's there. It's not prominent because I don't need it to be, but I think I maybe want to add a little more text up here and possibly stamped off text, and maybe adding a bit more splatter connecting these two pieces here. So just when you get to a point, you can see where things need to be added. What fell on the ground? A ruler. That is fine. So I'm going to try something a bit radical, and my scrap pieces here. I'm going to possibly try some stamped off Early Espresso. That works actually really nicely. So stamp off, and I'm going to go in the different direction. So that kind of connects everything there. And I could have used the different type of splatter, but I kind of chose not to. So it's just a bit more concentrated splatter. So one I did one way, one I did the other one. I still want some text up here, and I do want to keep it with the crumb cake. And I do actually want to keep the same text because it works. I think involving a different piece of text may just confuse things. So I'm going to give it a go on here first. Okay, so that actually works quite nicely. Okay, so I just want to make sure we are somewhat orientated correctly. That actually fills that corner nicely, but not too much. Now, I could maybe even connect it a little more with just that. So that was third generation. I think if I add antique pearls, it will just finish it off perfectly. Are we thinking I've gone too far or I've added just enough? Of course, I'm going to pop it on a card base, so that shall bring it together even more. Because I've got this blue, so I'm just going to have a look. I'm going to close these ink pads because we're just playing with fire here. Oh dear. Okay, so this blue is, let me have a look. I want to say it is boho blue. No, it's Lost Lagoon. Yes, that was kind of my gut feeling. It was Lost Lagoon. So let's see if I can grab some Lost Lagoon Designer Series paper here. Oh, not Designer Series paper, my word. Some cardstock, and see if it works. So we're doing a color test first. Ooh, I think that's pretty much perfect. Is that is correct? I think that's quite lovely. I'm not sure. This is cut oddly, but I think that works beautifully. Although, even doing like this and then putting it on something else may also work. Because I don't know the height of this. Let's find that out. So, that would leave us a couple of millimeters, and then maybe put on a basic beige. Okay, I'm kind of going for it here, and we'll see where we go. Hey, Miss Shez, how are you? Yeah, that works beautifully, just as a tiny little mat. And then I definitely want to pop that onto just a basic beige card front. Okay, please go in there. I don't have a basic beige card front pre-made, but we shall make it work. Okay. I think that will just bring everything together perfectly. am I going to be able to do the second card? How quickly shall I be able to bring that second card together? Okay. And cut in half so I have one ready for next time. Now, I did do something with my, I didn't put it where it should live. That's the issue. Okay. So, we are, yes, perfect repetition. Okay. Glue and glue and glue. And I did say antique pearls, a couple of those, and I think that will finish it off. I was talking about using some linen thread, but I don't think in the end we do actually need it. Just give me 1 second here. I do need to do my very delicate wiggle room here. Oh, maybe I can take no, just leave it, and then this can very delicately go onto there. Perfect. Thank you, Corinne. It just worked that piece of Lost Lagoon paper wasn't quite the right size, but gave me another idea. Okay, so let's do, and it's very rare that I do these very teeny tiny mats, but we're going for non-conventional, not Ellen's normal style. It's not my go-to style, but I do love doing all these stamping layers and whatnot. So there, I think that is exactly how it is going to sit. Yep. Actually, do need to bring that up the tinsiest bit. Let's see how we go here. Is the glue too far gone? Quite possibly. Okay, my antique pearls, I know they are in here somewhere. Hopefully they aren't too far in. There they are, right there. So the other reason I didn't want to use vanilla or white is because of these antique pearls, because they are neither white nor vanilla. They are a colour all of their own. And just like that. And I think that is that first card done. Sweet dreams. Look after yourself, please, Shaz. So that's that one done. Okay, so I used the beautiful butterflies sentiment. The I'll grab that stamp set in just a second. If these pearls want to go back in, there we go. and I used the elements of text for all of our backgrounds. Okay, so we've done that. Second card, I do have my pieces here. This is definitely going to be a landscape card because I don't think there's any other way we can do it, and I think I'm going to stick with using a piece of basic beige, which means I'm going to have to cut a piece because that was kind of my only scrap that I used on this card. So just pop that back in, and then do this one. Just basic beige is perfect for these papers, really. Okay. So let's if I bring that up a little bit, then I will have room for a sentiment there. So I've got my rough layout. Oh, sorry guys, I thought I hit you and I really did. Just seeing if this is too far. That should be better. Okay, I'm thinking maybe this one could once again use a circle, but just going to give this one a go. I'm going to use I think I'm going to use the same block. Lucky that I have a couple of the same. Definitely thinking going the crumb cake again because that worked so well with this card. Whoa, they really did fling off. Okay. Popping all my things away so I can find them when I need them in a second. Okay. Got some rubbish here, sorry. Just mini cleanup. Just a mini one before we keep going. Okay. Text. Those three elements are there. Crumb cake ink. Let's see how we go, hey? I'm going to flip my scrap piece paper over just to see how this goes. Lovely. Perfect. Could I be re-inking my re-inking my ink pad? Absolutely. It really does need re-inking at the moment. I'm kind of thinking of leaving that as is. Okay, and I'm just going to pop these back. I'm loving the green in this, but I also do love the pop of blue as well. So these really need to go there. And then this one down here. and I'm molting onto my desk because that's what we do on a Tuesday. I'm contemplating, and I'm actually missing a whole, oh no I'm not, I haven't used the other splodge. Okay, going to have to, because it's looking way too clean, do my edges again. Just because it's the style of card that we want some distressing on. Just not clean today. It's not that kind of day. That looks better. That's helping a little bit. Should I have made 2 cards in this video? Probably not, but alas, here we are. I'd chosen the pieces, so I really did want to go there. Okay, I think maybe choosing a sentiment, and the fact that I'm going to have to use a Stampin' Blend to anchor these pieces is actually going to help me. So, Time to Celebrate might be a nice one. I don't think this hello is big enough. Just having a look at anything else. I'm kind of thinking, because it can be a script, but I do want it to be bigger than the script and a little bit more dense than the script that is already on there. Oh, thinking maybe Birthday Wishes from Simply Said. Because let's see how it fits. Possibly a little tall and not quite linear enough for what I'm thinking of. So maybe I might have to go back to Beautiful Butterflies and use Time to Celebrate. Because we are celebrating, because we've got beautiful seedlings here. So, you can just see how we've got the linear look in this. And I'm thinking of bringing in that blue. Because that is, look, it's just talking to us, isn't it? It's just saying, yes, use me. Now, what blue are we looking at? Because it's definitely boho blue. Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight. I'm actually tempted, because I'm not sure boho is correct, but I'm thinking Misty Moonlight would look really, really nice. So I think I want to use my stamp positioning tool again and just do a similar thing that we used last card and just get those pieces, just get this sentiment stamped a number of times to get the desired boldness that we want. So I'm just going to turn this over. I'm going to try very hard not to move that sentiment because it is almost in the position that I would like it. Now, take these off because they're good. Okay, so let's grab our T-square ruler again and see how we go. That is straight. I don't know what's going on recently, but I'm being pretty perfect with my lining up. Now, the only thing I need to do is to secure our piece. That's perfect. Just let me check it is in the corner, which it is. So are you guys agreeing with where I'm going and what I'm doing so far with this second project? Oh, that does actually look really, really nice. So it's just a softer, on this cardstock, it just looks to be a softer navy. Okay, 2 stamps, and that one is done, and I think that's going to tie in really, really nicely with the blue of our bunny. Okay, you girls are very, very quiet today. Okay, so I think our bunny I definitely want on dimensionals. Where is my sheet? Miss Cheryl, can you please give back my dimensionals? Thank you so much. I appreciate them being returned. Okay, I think wheelbarrow flat and our seedlings and our bunny, I definitely would like on dimensionals. Now, I still do have to ground our images when I pop them on, but this one is coming together a lot easier. Now, my question is, big question, do I add some splatter stamps, which are, close the ink pad, Ellen. Do I add some splatter stamps to this, or do I leave it with a cleaner edge to our first card? So I will happily bring in the first card. Now I have no, I don't have any open ink. So I can add in some splatters like we did on that card, or I can leave this to be a cleaner look just with the blended edges. Yes, add. Okay, so do I use the bottom one or the top one? And this is probably going to mean I don't want to put the bunny down straight away. And I'm actually very, very tempted to possibly put them in boho blue. So very, very lightly, because let me show you. That is very much a variation of boho blue, which means I may need top. Okay, that's the one I used last time, so that means this needs cleaning. So just bringing in a different palette of colours, where the first card I let our die cuts do all the singing, where this one I am just bringing in the hints of blue. Okay, so let me now just move this card back. Now we have open ink pads, or an open ink pad. So that is full strength. That is stamped off. I do like the subtleness of the Stamped Off. And where is Glenna when I need her? When I am using some splatter and dottage. She's my queen of doing all of that, and she isn't here to witness it. Okay, so I'm going to stamp off, and I'm just going to hook that in there. Maybe I wanted that to go a little bit lower, but that didn't happen. So just let me get some there. Now this piece here is going to be partially covered by our greenery or our potted plants. So that one works well. I'm just going to leave that open for a second, and I'm going to pop my bunny here. So he does actually take up a little bit of the splatter. So maybe I just want to add a little bit more up there, and possibly if I can slide a little piece in there. That's actually really subtle, but it looks really good just up in that corner, which is tempting me to add a little bit more. Am I really happy with that heavy splatter? No, I'm not. So I am just going to, I think, have to just put a little bit of that full splatter at the top to balance it out. Okay, I'm much happier with that now. So we've got that diagonal line happening that I use all the time in my creating. Now this one is going to go there flat, and then this can go connected but down here. And then I will connect everything using, I think, grey granite light, or I'll try the smoky slate. I haven't got scrap piece paper to try it on, but we will go with the smoky slate and just put a thin line of grounding there. I'm even tempted to put this on my least favourite blue, which is boho, but geez, it's looking pretty for this project. I do find it very hard to use boho blue for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I do. I don't even know if these do need what I'm thinking of. I think they do need the tinsiest bit of grounding, but using my very thin end rather than using my thick end, which is what I normally use. That actually does work really well. Then I will use it again, but I need to get that line down before I added the shrubbery, the potted plants. I am going to make this seep further in by just, and this will pretty much in some ways make it disappear when our colourless blender dries. it will just be a very faint grounding line. Bit tempted to put a tinsiest bit here, but or maybe down here, I'm not sure. Okay, all the thinking's happening here. I am actually very tempted to cut this down just a little bit because I think possibly the aspect is a little bit off. So you can see the difference between our two shadow lines. And I'm going to go in again with our color lifter, because it doesn't actually lift any color that is coloring in clear. What it actually does is it pushes the color deeper into the paper. Okay, I think I need another hit of splatter. I know, I'm loving the boho blue as well. Okay, step off. And that works really nicely, actually. Hate it when things are right. It's like, no. Okay, and then I will just need a little bit more of my Stamped Off just up here. Yes, perfect. And then I will possibly, note the word possibly, get a few more antique pearls just in a cluster at the bottom here. But I'm not thinking of using the big ones, just thinking of this one. Oh, a bit too high, just on that corner of the stamping. And just one here. Okay, let's get a boho blue card base and see what this will look like. I think that can go in recycling now. That came with someone's card, so it wasn't a piece of our cardstock as such. It was just cardstock. Oh, I don't have a card base, but we can have a look here, and I think this will just be so sweet. Yes, that's lovely. Oh, so sweet. I love it. Oh, Karina, I'm glad there are people who don't have trouble using it. So I find it hard to use in combination with other colors. So I think that's where I become a bit undone, because it isn't a clear blue, it is quite a dirty blue, and that's where I think my issues using it come from. And I'm being completely honest here, because Stampin' Up do choose gorgeous colours. It's just sometimes I struggle. And I know everyone goes through that as well. It's not me in isolation. Some people find it hard to use colours that I love and use all the time. Oh yeah, that's really cute. I'm really glad I persevered there. I was a bit worried at the start, but just keep stamping and you do get there in the end. So it's just keep stamping and or embellish. Okay, so, and the embellishing was the perfect last touch here. Okay, wonderful. So did I help you use your elements of text stamp today? I think I chose the perfect paper in the Storybook Moments. It is gorgeous. So 2 similar but different cards. So I did cut out these motifs out of the designer series paper, where these ones are out of the die cut sheet. I did use an extra piece of the paper to ground our little bunny. He actually didn't need any extra grounding because he's already sitting on the ground. So I don't feel... right, it's not that I don't use blues either, Corinne. It's just this particular blue. I think I'd prefer Lost Lagoon any day over boho blue. Well, one is more green as well. They are very, very different. So let's have a look close up. So I have used the elements of text for the background, and I have used for both cards the beautiful butterflies. And then for this card, I didn't add any extra blue except for in the matte. So I kind of did it a bit different and did tone on tone stamping, where I did add the pop of blue. So I'd love to know which one you like better, whether you like the house one or the wheelbarrow one. Thank you. I'm so glad you like them. I did enjoy making them, I must say. So if you'd like any of these products, I do have a link to my online store below. I also have a link to my brand new Christmas mega class, and that coincided with the new Christmas Stampathon challenge that started a few days ago, and I did my sample card live a few days ago. So with the Christmas mega class, you get 10 cards in the class, and for just $15. So if you would like videos on how the cards are made and a project sheet, follow the link in the description or reach out to me and I can flick you the link to purchase. So it is only 15 Australian dollars. If anyone has any questions, also reach out and ask. I'm glad you like them both, Corinne. Just reach out and ask, and I will catch you guys over on YouTube on Thursday. Catch you then. Bye.